My name is Eric Foss. I run Secret Stash Records, and we reissue and manage the rights to lots and lots of vintage funk and soul music from around the world. Nowadays, we've combined the reissue model with building a catalog for film and television licensing, and we put a lot of music in movies and commercials and TV shows. Running Secret Stash has allowed me to take my passion for lost music and history in general. I've always enjoyed history and sort of combine those things into a career that really focused on finding rare, lost, forgotten music and bringing it back to life, breathing new life into it, cleaning up the audio, repackaging it, and introducing it to an entirely new market now. This is Twin Cities Funk and Soul. This compilation is our flagship release. We spent a couple years putting this together. There's a massive booklet inside filled with information about all the artists and producers, venues, record shops, you name it. Pressing records is really more about a passion for records and collecting records than anything else. And just sort of over time, we became a resource for music supervisors kind of spread out through across the industry. And it's real important for me to listen to whatever audio that we're putting out into the world in a variety of different places and ways and settings on different equipment. I think having a set of mid-range speakers for home reference is a must. It's invaluable. You have to have it. That you're listening in smaller spaces. You don't need to fill these huge rooms with sound and build up all this low end that gets out of control. Like most people are listening at home, it only makes sense to be referencing on gear that fits the room you're in, and the room you're in is probably similar to the room that your end user is going to be in. I recently had a chance to check out the Fostex PM0 5D, and I've been super impressed. So one of the cool things about the PM0 5D is the different inputs. Since it is a powered bookshelf speaker, it has its own RCA input as well as an XLR. Now for me, I find that super valuable because I try and listen on multiple devices, especially when we get into dealing with pressings. We press CDs, we press LPs, 7 inches, and then we've even done a few cassettes. So I would rather not have to have like all of that gear living in my living room and then up in the den and in all these different spots in my office and all these different spots in the house. So being able to really quickly tap into these is a really, really cool feature. I love the subtlety of the design. Put it on the bookshelf, turn it on, leave it on. It goes into standby when needed. It's real cool that they're there when you need them and they're not when you don't. So one really cool feature of these that it kind of caught me by surprise the first time is the standby mode. So again, it's a powered speaker. You can just turn it on and leave it on. If no music is coming to it for, I think it's 13 minutes, boom, they just go into standby mode. They pretty much shut down, and then they know to come back when you start feeding music to it again. So it being a bookshelf speaker, if you want to integrate it into your home, right, as like, this is going to live in a bookshelf surrounded by gear. You don't have to be getting back in there, turning it on and off every time you want to use it. Save a little bit of energy. Just leave it alone. It's very, very awesome. Yeah, so I've been really impressed with the PM0 5D and looking forward to using them more.